All right, it's Miss Nikki again, and we're ready to do occupied bed. Okay, so we're going to change the linen on this bed, and we have Miss Charlie. Say hi. Okay, so remember, this skill is the Prometric only gives you about 12 to 15 minutes to complete this skill. So I'm going to teach you some methods that's going to help you get it done faster. And anyway, here we go. Knock, knock. How you doing, Mrs. Charlene?
Hello.
Well, my name is Nikki, and I'm your student nurse aide today, and I'm here to change your bed linen while you're in it.
Okay.
And that's what we call an occupied bed. All right? Is this a good time?
Yes.
All right. Well, let me wash my hands, and then I'm going to physically lock your wheels. And then I'm going to make sure that your curtain is closed, your bed is low and in a secure position. And I'm going to leave your call light right there. Since I'm here by you, I can give you that call light, or you can tell me if you have any problems, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we've already talked about our supplies. So the first thing that we're going to put on is our bath blanket. Our bath blanket is going to keep our sheet in place so we can keep them covered and keep them with privacy and dignity, but it also gives them an extra comfort of being warm. Okay, you doing okay so far? All right. All right, so the first thing you want to do, a lot of people get to this step and they're like, oh my gosh, what do I do next? Very easily, you take off the sheet on the bottom. So we just go like this, take it off, take it off, take it off, all the way down. And now we can actually put the other new sheet on. And again, we do not shake, we do not put it on the floor. We cannot put linens on the floor. The only times you can put linens on the floor in any capacity is if you do not have a surface, but they have to be in a bag. All right, so we're gonna find our ends here. All right, so we're gonna start at the corner and bring this all the way down, until you find the other corner and tuck. All right, and so we basically want to get this on to put it in alignment. We're not going to really stuff it under right now. We do a little bit just to make sure the sheet doesn't fall off the bed, because now we're going to turn Mrs. Charlie over towards the wall. But before we do that, we want to make sure that her hands are folded, because if they're not, and your limbs are just anywhere after you turn somebody, then you can actually break somebody's arm, or they can get any type of injury. Okay, so I'm going to be at the hips and shoulders of Miss Charlie, and I'm going to help her turn over to the side. On three, 1, 2, 3, turn. Very good, very good. Okay. All right, so now what we have, you did a great job actually. Great job. So now I'm going to pull this sheet and lift her legs here. And we're going to bring the sheet up as far as we can. And then we're going to get it up under her. And so what I like to do is I like to see, here's my old sheet, and we still have her covered, and here's my new sheet. So I'm going to roll this sheet and pull it as far as I can and push it underneath her buttocks as much as I can. All right. How you feeling?
I'm okay.
As long as she doesn't lay on the sheet. Okay, so now we're gonna pull you back over. 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna come to the other side. And since you're so far over there, if I turned you that way, you would actually fall off the bed. So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna bring you to me, all right? First we start at the shoulders, 1, 2, 3, come on. And let's lift that buttocks on 3, 1, 2, 3. Good job. And then come over here. All right, good job. So now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna turn you to that side, right? On 3, 1, 2, 3. And underneath what I have here, if I did this right, I would be able to get the old sheet out very easily. And if it's under her buttocks somewhat, then you just push into the bed. You don't want to use shearing or friction to get this out from under them. Try not to put it on your person and roll away from you. Make sure the patient's covered and okay. How you feeling?
I'm okay.
Okay, you're not laying on the edge. Good job. So now what we're gonna do is pull that new sheet over, and she's not laying on the mattress, making sure that we have no wrinkles all the way down, and that looks pretty good. How you feeling?
I'm okay.
Okay, now we can lay you back down. 1, 2, 3. Good job. You got a nice clean bed. Doesn't that feel good to have a nice clean bed?
Yeah, it feels good.
Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take the top sheets off, but we're gonna cover you with another sheet first, okay? Okay, so here is the top sheet. Again, we can't shake. We run the risk of getting what's called fomites. Fomites are little dust particles, and on those dust particles, it's bacteria. And so what are we doing when we shake? We're shaking that bacteria all over the patient, all over the room, and all over ourselves. All right. So now what we want to do is bring this sheet down, bring the bath blanket, which she doesn't need anymore, and that top sheet. A lot of people say, well, you might be cross-contaminated. Well, first of all, this sheet is not soiled, and it is her sheet. So we're just taking the old sheet off and putting on a new one. And again, roll away from you. Put that in the dirty.
Forgot to make that.
Okay. So now what I do with this top sheet is I make sure that the top part, which is a thicker fold, is up at the top of her shoulders. I fold it over a little bit so we can have a little give just in case we tuck it in too far at the edge. So I'm at the end of the bed, and now what I do is I like to put it over the edge of the bed and judge to see if I have it even or not. This looks pretty even, so now I can put this down the mattress and lift the mattress. Mrs. Charlie, I'm just lifting the mattress a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, and then, because I need to make what's called a toe pleat. Why do we do a toe pleat? Because sometimes people have neuropathy, and they get little numbness and tingling and pain down there, and a lot of times people have diabetes, so therefore you can get roughage or abrasions with these sheets. So a toe pleat, simply you would pull up from the bottom and you would just fold over, and sometimes I'll have to pull from the top. That's why I give it a little room, and we just pretty much make a pleat over the toes. Miss Charlie, can you wiggle your feet to see if you have room there?
Yep.
Okay, great. So the last but not least is I'm going to remove her pillowcase and put a new one. All right. So I'm going to put my hand under your head and neck and lift your head on 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. And you can lay back down and relax. All right. So we're going to take this off. I kind of like to fold over the top part, so just in case there's something on it, I am covered. All right. We're going to put that in the dirty. As you can see, there's a tag here, which many people don't understand we can really take off. It's not illegal to take them off. All right, so, but if we do have a tag and it's not off, we can actually put it, we need it to tuck inside the pillow, because this little part, believe it or not, if it's on an ear, if they're laying on it, they can get a decubitus ulcer, pressure sore, any type of abrasion, and then that's very hard to heal. Something on the ear is very hard to heal, because if you think about it, they're always on it. All right, so you could choose to tuck the extra in if you like, but the opening of the pillow needs to go away from the door, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. Mrs. Charlene, I'm going to lift your head and neck again so we can put this all the way underneath. You never want to put a pillow just under the head because then their head would be forward. That would be hard breathing. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, all the way up under the shoulders and neck and head. And then let's just regroup with this sheet to put it all the way up by your shoulders. Now, I'm going to get rid of my barrier sheet, wash my hands, and give you your call light so you can call me when you need me. Make sure my bed is still low and locked. Would you like your curtain open?
Yes.
Would you like your bedside table?
Yes.
Would you like your TV on?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to look at my 3 skills again that have tips and instructions, and I'm going to wash my hands because what if I forgot and I was a little bit too nervous, I didn't wash my hands. So I'm going to wash my hands again and then look at the examiner and say my skill is complete.